Hello there. Well, hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. We are here for a very exciting singles match. We got David Garcia going up against Rue Moses. Kat is out of the bag. Rue now a Fandom Fights teams champion going up against the former teams champion in David. So this is going to be very exciting. They were just talking behind the scenes that they played a lot, but it's been a while since they played one-on-one. I'm looking forward to this. I think these guys are really evenly matched. Like I've already said, both have held the team's belts now. Rue, the current champions, with Jacoby and his team. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go talk to the players right now in the promos.
Okay, so I don't think we are on Toto anymore, Kansas. This is the first singles match of the season that I have decided to just take it like for fun, and I think Rue is the perfect guy to do it. So I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what to expect of myself and my knowledge right now because I am all over the place. Hi, Joe.
Look, I agree. Rue is the perfect person for you to be playing in your first sort of chilled out match. But look, you're here. I'm here. I've got a Wookiee Mistake t-shirt on. Good things usually happen.
I don't.
Light the fuse.
Are we still lighting fuses? That's happening? All right.
Who the fuck knows anymore?
Nope. Nobody does. All I know is I'm excited. It's been like 3 years since David versus Amaru number 7 happened. Before I went to the Schmodown, we played a lot. It's been a long time, and we are now in the same mindset. We both want to win this, but we're both like, let's just see how this goes. We're knowledgeable. This is going to be a fun match. I'm excited.
Yeah, and Joe versus me should be a fun time. Let's play.
I want to see that. Cody versus Joe. That sounds exciting. Let's get into this one, though. Starting with round number 1, here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each question is worth 1 point a piece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you're going to be issued a bonus question to you. Only to you. You get 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Guys, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nah.
Okay, then your first question. It's going to come in the category of Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. And your question is, which Star Wars film features a character using the Force to levitate a piece of food to another character? What if I just stopped at using the Force?
Oh,
you could write any movie, I think. I'm pretty sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with David.
Attack of the Clones.
And let's go to Rue.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is correct. So 1-1. Your next question is coming in the category of Epic Adventures. And your question is, what is the name of the professor who lets the Pevensey children live with him in Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? We will take the first name, the last name, or both if you feel so inclined. Just don't fuck it up.
Right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to go to Rue.
Wrong franchise. Professor Plum.
And David.
Professor Holmes.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for Kirk. Professor Kirk. So his first name is Diggory, I guess. Or that might be his last name. So your next question is coming in the category of YA. How are Snow and Tigress related in the Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? The Macaw and I watched this last night. I saw it in the theater. She did not. She gave it a solid review. It ended, and she looked at me and said, "It was good." And so that means it's pretty good. But 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, let's go to you.
Top 2 category for me. Cousins.
And Rue.
Primos. It's cousins in Spanish.
Cousins is correct. 2-2. Your next question is in the category of horror icons. At what specific type of location does Nancy pull part of Freddy's sweater where she learns you can pull stuff from the dream world into the real world in 2010's A Nightmare on Elm Street? That was
Are you asking? Sorry, are you asking what does she pull into, or where is she at in the dream? That was kind of weird.
What type of location?
Okay.
Specific type of location.
Sure.
It was not written by Nick Tuick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Rue. Let's go to you.
Hospital room.
And David.
High school.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for a pharmacy. So Rue on the right track. But your next question is going to come in the category of Law and Order. Who sings karaoke in a gang club because the person singing was ruining the song in Rush Hour 2? Upon further thought, and because I know Rue knew this answer before I finished asking it, I think Rue was thinking of the original A Nightmare on Elm Street. The original.
I was.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
Carter.
And Rue.
His name ain't Lee, goddammit. Carter.
Carter is correct. So we are still tied up 3-3. Your next question is in the category of creature features. What type of ape kills Milo near the start of Escape from the Planet of the Apes? This is the one where they escape from the Planet of the Apes. And believe it or not, a type of animal kills Milo near the start of the film. It's fucking wild.
The
5,
thing Morbius couldn't do.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Rue.
Gorilla.
And David.
Gorilla.
Gorilla is correct. 4-4. Excuse me. Your next question is in the category of DreamWorks animation. Name one of Eep's siblings in the Croods franchise. We will just take a first name, as their last name is Crude. Croods? Is it Crude? Just Crude? They're the Croods. Like Eep Crude? Or is it Eep Croods? I don't know. Is it like the Croods apostrophe? Or is it the Crude apostrophe? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mind blown. Let's go to David.
English. Thunk.
And Rue.
I said Grug.
Grug is the dad, I believe. Thunk is correct. We also would have accepted Sandy. So David will take 1 point lead. It's 5-4. Your next question is in the category of the Wizarding World. Who plays Ginny Weasley in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Or Philosopher's Stone for Joe.
Me. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay. Everywhere that's not America, I guess. What if they did that to every title of the movies? Harry Potter and the Labyrinth of Secrets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to, I don't remember, Rue.
Bonnie Hunt.
And David.
I think I'm right.
Oh, shit.
Bonnie Wright is the correct
right.
answer.
I did the same thing in a Teams match room.
Damn.
So David now has a 2-point lead as we get into your next question. It's in the category of sci-fi icons. In Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, What is the name of the organization that tries to recruit Noah at the end of the film? Cody's pretty proud of himself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. He went, let's go to David.
I kind of feel it's a trick question. G.I. Joe?
And Rue.
It's not. It's G.I. Joe.
Okay.
G.I. Joe is correct. So 7-5 as we get into your final question of the round. It's in the category of Jimmy B. James Bond. Your question is, which James Bond film features Bond fighting a snake in the water only for him to confront a henchman and villain right after? Look of confusion. Sounds of confusion. I also would have been confused. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Rue.
Thunderball?
And David.
You only live twice?
Both are incorrect. We were looking for Moonraker. Moonraker. Everyone's favorite. All right, guys. So we are going to get into round number 2. The score is 7-5. Each player has all 3 repeats and their challenges intact. So round number 2, it's going to work like this. I'm going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player will have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it or they can choose to spin again. But they have to keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless you want to check down to multiple choice, then it will be worth only 1 point. And stealing is available in this round. It gets pretty spooky. So your categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, sci-fi icons, Disney animation, DC, Wizarding World, Epic Adventures, Law and Order, and Criminal Underworld. David, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Rue?
David, it's your chill era. What do you want to do?
I go first.
Go first. I like it.
All right. I was not expecting that I had to grab my charger. Okay, go ahead. There's your spin, David.
I also worked on The Detainee of Azkaban.
Oh,
It lands on Epic Adventures.
The Grail of Fire. What do you think, David?
so I liked it better in the previous version. Okay, so I mean, I think I could take. I mean, I am like 70% on it. There are some stuff in there that I haven't seen in a while, but I liked all of the movies there. So I don't know.
I'll put it out to you. I think this is one of the ones that we were like, yeah, we can keep this. So, do we want to avoid the ones, or do you want to try for something better?
I think, you know what? I think I could maneuver anything that we get. So let's try and spin again.
Okay. This is going to be what you're stuck with. This has been brought to you by Vacuums off of Amazon. You land on DC.
All right.
You got your multiple choices, your repeats. You're good.
All right, David, are you ready for your questions in the category of DC?
Sure.
Your first question. Which DC film features the main character straightening out the Leaning Tower of Pisa and blowing out the Olympic torch? Five, 4, 3.
Superman 3.
That is correct for 2 points. Terrible fucking movie. David, your next question. Who plays Catwoman in Batman 66? Sorry. 5.
Oh, fuck it. Lee Merriweather.
Damn.
That's correct for 2 points. Your third question. How did Angela's sister, Isabella, kill herself in Constantine?
Throws herself from a significant height.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In what war did both the comedian and Dr. Manhattan fight in Watchmen?
The Vietnam War.
That is correct for 2 points. And David, your final question. What type of animal is Chip in DC League of Super Pets?
Chip's a squirrel.
That is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep of DC, bringing his total up to 17. So we are going to bring back in the wheel. And Mr. Newberry, this spin is going to be for Rue. And it lands on Law and Order.
I'm going to keep that.
Right. All right, Rue, I will be giving you your questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your first question. Which Law and Order film features a young criminal named Hobb? Five.
RoboCop 2.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, right. That's
All right, your next question. Who plays the main villain, Colonel Stewart, in Die Hard 2?
William Sadler.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Bad Boys, the film opens with Mike and Marcus arresting 2 men who tried to do what specifically?
Hijack their vehicle.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. In Beverly Hills Cop 2, what was Bogomil doing before Carla Fry calls him over to shoot him?
Jogging or running.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of Law and Order. Rush Hour opens with Inspector Lee infiltrating an operation at what type of location?
I'm going to call it a shipping yard with a bunch of ships.
That is exactly what we have in the doc. That is correct for 2 points in the clean sweep of Law and Order.
could
So,
have been a boathouse.
It could have.
oh my God, stop. It is 17-15, a 2-point game still. As we get into round number 3, it's the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to say a category. The players are then going to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If they get the question right, they will gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Gentlemen, any questions?
Nope.
Nah.
All right, your first category you can bet points on is Pixar. Let's get bets, starting with David.
2.
Okay, and Rue.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of Pixar is as follows. In Finding Nemo, what is the specific final piece of advice that the school of fish give to Dory, which she does not remember? Five, 4.
Oh, repeat the question.
All right, that is David's first repeat. Your question again. In Finding Nemo, what is the specific final piece of advice that the school of fish give to Dory, which she does not remember?
This is going to be a language one.
We can be lenient. If it's a language barrier thing, we can be lenient.
Thank you.
It does not need to be word for word, but it does need to be specifically what they say, if that makes sense. I know that sounds stupid.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, we'll go to you.
I have swim through the tunnel thing in the sea, not above.
And Rue.
I called it a trench. Go through the trench.
Okay.
Both are correct. I would accept both of those answers. So, yes, it is a trench, but both are correct. The tunnel thing in the sea, I think, is pretty specific. So, 19-17 is now the score, both gaining 2 points. And we're going to move on to the next category. The next category you can bet points on is Law and Order.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's get bets, starting with Rue.
I mean, 2.
And David.
0.
All right, your question is, which Law and Order film features a chase scene where the protagonists drive a cement truck? When I was younger and I lived in a different state, my parents built a house. And when they laid the cement, we wrote our names in it. So some poor fuckers living there now. Name in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Rue
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
and David.
One of the lethal weapons. Let's say 3.
Beverly Hills Cop 2 is correct. So we are tied up 19 all as we get into your next question. It's going to be in the category of American Spies. Let's get bets, starting with David.
1.
And Rue.
1.
Okay, here's your question. Who plays Russian President Nemerov in The Sum of All Fears?
The one I haven't seen. Okay, let's see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with David.
John Rhys Davies.
And Rue.
Kieran Hines.
Kieran Hines is correct. So Rue will gain 1 point and David will lose 1 point. So it is now 20-18. Excellent year for film. So your next category, the penultimate category that you can bet points on, is Star Wars.
Ooh.
Let's get bets, starting with Rue.
It's great. 2.
And David.
2.
All right, your question in the category of Star Wars is, which Star Wars character said the quote, "Die, Jedi dogs"? What did I say? David appearing to have written the wrong answer and catching himself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rue, we're going to you.
C-3PO.
And David.
C-3PO.
C-3PO is correct. So 22-20. 1 category remaining. And the category that you can bet points on is YA. Let's get bets, starting with David.
2.
And Rue.
2 it is.
All right, we're going to have a winner after this question. Question in the category of YA is, what does the acronym WCKD or Wicked stand for in the Maze Runner trilogy? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Repeat.
All right, Rue using his first repeat. What does the acronym WCKD or Wicked stand for in the Maze Runner trilogy? Both players have 2 repeats remaining. Or I'm sorry, no, David got it in. Or no, Rue did get it in first. So I'm losing my mind. Both players have 2 repeats remaining. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, we're going to you.
I said World Catastrophe Kill Zone Department.
And Rue.
So did I. World Catastrophe Kill Zone Department.
And your winner, Rue Moses, World Catastrophe Kill Zone Department. was the correct answer. And listen, I was sitting here looking at that last question. I was like, that's a tough question. Like, I don't know. Maybe they can hit. And they both hit it. Incredible game. These guys know their shit. Final score of 24-22. Really, really good Fandom Fights match. And Rue creating that legacy, man. Like, he's always been good. He's always come out and done great stuff. But now he's got the belt under him. He just took down David in singles. No easy feat because David, I haven't studied. I'm relaxing. And then does amazing. So he's no easy feat. And Rue took him down. It was an incredible match to watch. Let's go talk to them right now in the post-match interviews. David, really good game. 22 points, 7-point round one, clean sweep in round two. And you ended up, betting pretty smart where you needed to in this game. I think even if you had bet 0 on that one question, like Rue still would have taken it. So really great game overall. How are you feeling about the match?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I said I didn't really know how I was going to do, like, with the categories I haven't been watching in a while. But great. I feel good. This was fun. It's always fun. I just hope this doesn't mean it's going to take me a long while to play again because I like playing. But yeah, I knew that this year I will my first few matches are going to probably be stacking losses until I get to the level I am right now, because how I ended last season, I am in a position where I am going to start to get playing high level matches against high level people. And yeah, I am not gunning to be super competitive this year, but I am glad to do how I did, and it shows that the knowledge hasn't yet. So great.
Yeah, David, this does mean that you're out of this title picture, but you will be back. I don't know who your opponent is going to be yet. More than likely, you will just be returning in the summer tournament when that time does come. So thoughts on that? We know how you guys feel about tournaments. Joe, your thoughts on today and David's prospects for the tournament?
I think it's another great performance from David. It's what he seems to do. I think we both knew coming into this, a lead in round one was ideal. And a good spin, and obviously getting 10 out of 10 on a spin is fantastic. Yeah, it just falls down a little bit on stuff that David hasn't been paying attention to because he's not studying anymore. The way it goes sometimes, still pulled out some absolutely great answers. I think even without study, David is a threat to most people in this league. So very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. David, congrats on a great match. Well played. We will see you in your next match.
Yeah, great. Good job to Ru. I mean, I didn't say it, but he knows.
Yeah,
I think he's probably just glad that the Bonnie Wright thing didn't cost him, because that would have killed us all watching us as well. I think
probably. David, congrats. We'll see you in your next match. Rue, congrats. Fantastic match. You said something last season that I think stays very true, and even in today's match, is that even if you're down, you always stay cool and wait till the end of the match. And I think today was a great showing of that, where, you were down only 2 points, but 2 points against David is no easy thing. And then getting 10 out of 10 in Law and Order, and just smart betting in round number 2, and really like talking yourself through your bets. I think you played then both from a knowledge standpoint and just from like a staying cool type of point. So how are you feeling about the matchup? And we'll talk about kind of what's next for you.
I feel great. I feel really great. David, always a great time, man. I think in the 10 matches we've played, he's probably actually beat me 9 times. As much as this is a rivalry, he is consistently beat me for a long time. So I'm really happy to get this one. And he said it, studying or not, David is one of the best players, period. And I also consider myself, whether I'm studying at the level that is absolutely necessary or just going in with knowledge and doing what I want to do, I also feel like I'm a big threat. And I always do that. I said it all last year. My strategy and my gameplay is as strong as my knowledge, which I think makes me one of the best players here. So I'm very happy about this match.
Cody, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I think me and him both had learning curves from last season, like figuring out how each other worked, because I when you manage so many different players play different ways, and then you're thinking in a round they're just gonna hit that classic 9, 10, 8 round point. Rue normally slips up on 1 or 2 in round 1, which then kind of puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit. But I think that's where Rue feels more comfortable, is like when he doesn't have the lead and like he's able to like still battle through. It just seems how the games play, like how we play out. But that means way more when you can trust him to go out and hit a 2 when he needs to hit a 2 instead of hitting a 2 to keep the lead where we're at. So I don't think any lead is like out of his capabilities are coming back from. So like that's just what I keep telling myself. We got 2 more rounds and like a ton more points that we can get. So we just need to play it and don't let that first round affect him. But yeah, David, studying or not, like yeah, if there was like a maybe Criminal Underworld shows up or something like that, maybe that slips him. But there was a lot of fandom that he just won the team's belt before last season, so he still has it, and he can still beat, I would say, 80% of the competitors that are playing. He would have whooped my ass today, like not even a question. So he still got it, and he was high. So great times.
Rue, this does mean that you're moving on. There are a few more people in this title picture, and your next opponent is going to be the winner of a Clash of Titans, I will say. You're going to be playing either Bill Carriola or his opponent, the returning Thomas Scully.
Ooh. I just played Bill. I would love to play Bill again. I have never played Scully in anything. So bring it. I'd love to see him. I would love to see Scully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it, guys. Great job today on the match. We will see you in the next one, Rue. Congrats. All right, that is going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. I want to thank Rue and David. Thank you to Joe and Cody. Thank you to Nick for writing the match. I have been Tim. We will see you with the next match. And until then, keep those omelets flipping. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.